What's up, everyone? Today I'm going to be sharing with you a deck profile and some tips and strategies for this deck that I've been playing lately that I think is really fun and awesome. It's going to be the Sanji leader that just came out in OP12. He's actually not the worst leader of the set, apparently. That title goes to the Rosinante leader. So yeah, sorry, he's the worst. This one's a better Blondie. Anyways, so the leader's pretty unique. He plays like nothing else in the game has come out yet. It's only about events. And what he does is when you want to do once per turn, activate main, you just Dawn -1, you return a Dawn, and then you get to play any 3-cost event or lower from your hand to do that card's effect. And that's pretty good because then you don't have to play the events for what they actually cost, which are, most of them are going to be 3, and you take advantage of that. And then when attacking, you get a Dawn back every single time anyway, because after that, you will be equal to or less than your opponent's number of Dawn. So always remember to do that effect first, to do the minus. That way you're at least equal to your opponent's Dawn, and then you attack and get your Dawn right back. Don't do it the other way around. So let's get right into the deck profile. Like I said, this deck is really awesome. I actually ended up getting first place recently with it at a recent locals tournament, and I think it performs really well into many different decks. It kind of does everything you really want. And number one is going to be our searching pudding. This thing here searches 4, reveals a Sanji. You know what? I don't even think I have there's only one Sanji character, which is good in the deck, so you can search that out, or any event. Most of the deck is events, so you're going to get whatever you want with her. So must play 4 of her. She's your searching one. That's what you kind of go for when you mulligan. Or, actually, no, it's Boof Burst. Anyways, 2K Kaya. Your deck relies around having lots of events in your trash to support your characters with effects that correspond to that. And so that's why 4 Kayas are a must. And whenever they're in your hand, it's just a free 2K to discard. This guy is the main reason I win any of my games. It wins games against everyone because you can't even remove it. So he gains 1,000 for every 5 events in your trash. And your trash is going to be littered with events by the time this guy is going in for the late game KOing. And if he were to be removed by any means, like return to hand, bottom deck, or KO'd by effect, all you gotta do is go -1 Dawn. And since your leader gains a Dawn every single time it attacks, it doesn't even matter that you protect them. So let your opponent try to get rid of him that way. They're just wasting their time. And he kind of sticks to the board pretty hard. And once you get out at least 2 of them, or sometimes even 3 of them onto the field, it's very easy to go for a game at the end. Because this deck is littered with events that protect your board and protect your life. So either way, you're not really pressured at most of the time. Next, it's a half blue deck, so we're going to play 1 of Charlotte Pudding. This thing here is so good against a lot of decks that like to hoard cards in their hand like crazy. Against stuff like blue, purple, Luffy, they sometimes be having like 8-9 cards in their hand. I won against an NL one time because they were holding 10 cards in their hand. This thing literally just dropped 5 cards from them. And on top of that, it didn't let them see a guy that would gain them another life. So they pretty much lost because of just Pudding. Pudding will actually win you some games against some opponents. So good to have. Next up, I'm playing 2 of Reiju. I think this card was overhyped from most deck profiles that I've seen out there. It's not that great to me. It's good. If you have 4 more events in your trash, it gains +5 cost and 2,000 power, which is pretty good. But I've noticed a lot of removal cards and cards that will destroy her, like 5 cost Ashigi in a Zoro deck. They say if the base cost is 6 or less rested, so they kind of get rid of her anyway. So that's unfortunate, and she's a blocker. She's okay. That's why I play her as a 2 of. Kind of only good in the Rayleigh matchup, I've noticed. Besides that, it's not really that useful much anywhere else. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh well. Next up, Hirokiri Kamazo. This guy is something that you use against decks that play a lot of small drops. So when you go -Dawn, you get to KO a cost 2 or less guy. It's okay into certain matchups. Mostly I just use it for the discard of a 2K. But there's certain decks that are like green or something that rely on small blockers, like the little Rosinante blocker. It'll KO it for free with just using your leader's effect on -a Dawn to do something else. So it's just an added bonus, pretty much. So 2 of him is good enough. And honestly, that's only 2Ks we have in the deck, because the rest are just 1Ks. And we won't need it because our protection is our events. Next up, I've got 2 Don Quixote Rosinantes. This is the purple one from OP10. So this one, you trash an event from your hand and draw 2 cards. Very good, because you always have events in your hand. Some events don't work on all deck types, so it's just good to get rid of them and then draw 2 free cards. And the better part is, once per turn, when you're at 7 Dawn or more, you get to put 2 of your Dawns as active, which is very good because your deck plays stuff like Gum Giants and this other card that gives you 4,000 power to your leader as well. So pretty good. That way you don't actually have to have Dawn up at the end of your turn and not use it. This guy here lets you actually play something out, leave him resting at the end, just pick him right back up. This card here, Jozu, this thing I played at 3 of. It's the biggest body in the deck. Well, besides Sanji when he gets overpowered. But pretty much Jozu is the reason why I win a lot of my matchups. I love this guy. So all you do is return your Kaya or your Charlotte Pudding back to your hand, and then you just bounce a 6-drop or less, which is pretty crazy. I used it to win against Blue Purple Luffy, which is a very strong deck. You get to return their Nami every single time, and then you're just not safe ever. And then you're left with a 7,000k body on board. Very strong to hold there. Now for our events, which is more than half the deck. 2 of Gum Gum Jet Gatling, just to discard your... Usually I would use it to discard other useless events that aren't good for the certain matchup. So it's free 3,000 power. And again, more events in your trash means Sanji gets stronger, the character. Up next, this is like the greatest searching card ever created. But your leader has to be Sanji, so only Sanji can use it. All you do is look at 3 cards and add any one of those 3 cards to your hand and place it at the bottom of your deck in any order, the remaining 2. The good part about it is that you don't have to show your opponent what you took, so it will remain a surprise for them. So it searches literally everything in your deck and then a +1 event in your trash, so it's pretty good. Next up, let's crash the wedding. This one gets you any Straw Hat card by looking at 5, and except for this card. Most of your deck is going to be Straw Hat Crew. Most of your events are Straw Hat Crew. Besides that, you already have, I guess you just have Sanji, the Straw Hat Crew, as a character. And he's the one that you mostly want to search anyway. But almost all your events are Straw Hat Crew that I know, except for about 1 or 2. So it kind of gets you everything that you need. And again, more events in your trash boost your win condition, the Sanji character. Up next, since they decided not to ban or limit this card, we will have to play it at 4 because it is just that broken. Gum Giant. At the end, you do my Dawn -2. Doesn't matter. Your leader gets you free Dawn every single turn when he attacks. And 4,000 power plus drawing 2 cards after you discard one. Card is very notoriously broken, so play it at 4. This is the other card that's just like it, Concassor. So you get to main, draw 1 card. Sometimes you open up a bad mulligan, just play this card, why not? It's a free +1. And then you counter, if you got 4 or more events in your trash, which you almost always will, your leader gets a 4,000 power for the battle, so your leader won't be dying. It's almost like an extra copy of Gum Giant, which is absolutely busted. So you're just always protected. You're almost never pressured in this deck. You kind of have your protection there. This is my favorite event to do the Sanji leader effect with, is Boof Burst. This one lets you either bounce a 4-drop, but mostly I use it for the draw 2, but you need to have 6 or less cards in your hand. So always remember, if you have 6 cards in your hand and this is the 7th card, you can still play with the leader's effect, and the card is considered in the trash when you play it. So you'll have the 6 card totals, and then you'll be able to still draw 2. So very important to remember that. Booth Burst, definitely play it at 4. Drawing 2 more cards for free is always wonderful. Next up, I got a little bit of removal. Jet Culverin. This bottom deck's a 4 cost or lower. Not every deck plays such small drops, so that's why I have it at 2. And then I usually wind up discarding it with like Gum Giant or Jet Gatling, since not every deck can lose this. But some decks do get affected by this pretty hard. And it's a base cost of 4 or less. So that means it actually destroys stuff like Koala's characters that become bigger on board and stuff like that. So 2 of these is a must. Next I have a 1 of. This is our Bracha Blow. This one, this says if you have the equal Dawn or less than your opponent, which you almost always will, you draw a card, then give an opponent's character minus 3k. This is very good to get rid of any problem cards. If Eustace Captain Kidd ever makes board presence, this is very good against him because sometimes they're protected by Tashigis or Rosinantes where you can't get rid of it through other means. And then this thing just reduces its power, so you can just like hit into it a couple times and you're fine. Very good for moving anything you really want. Next up, Red Rock. Gotta play 2 of these. You gotta remove your opponent's big drops because you're not really attacking that high usually. And yeah, another great card to always have. It won me several games already because you just get to keep removing stuff. And once you play it, you get to do Sanji's effect minus 1 of the Dawns that were used for this, and just play 1 of your other events. Either draw 2, remove something else, or just use another search event. So very good card there. It's got Red Rock. Last card is a 1 of. It's the only event that is not Straw Hat Crew, which is interesting. Everything else is literally Straw Hat Crew except for this 1 card. And it's the Gravity Blade. just a bottom deck 2 cards that are cost 6 or less. It's a very nice surprise to have in your opponents, and always put great pressure for it. So that's the full deck profile I have here. Right now, there's absolutely nothing I would even change out of it. One thing that I considered was playing this one card Houndblaze, but not even. I was just thinking about that for the Rayleigh matchup, but I don't really have to. Besides that, the deck is pretty much fine. You can kind of play with ratios. Like Rosinante is not the most important thing. He can be played around with. But besides that, I think the deck is pretty strong. It has a decent matchup into everybody. The deck has so much searching power. You have this card that searches. You have a draw 2. You have a draw 1. You have another search. You have another search. And the deck's pretty insane with drawing cards. So you're always going to have your answers to whatever matchup you have, whether it be the Raging Tiger, or you can search the Gum Rock, the Gum Red Rocks, or you can search your blockers if you even need to with this card. And that's the deck profile. Let me show you my little winner card I got. It's just a little winner card for locals, but this is actually my first win for this set, since, you know, I don't play any meta deck, so, you know, winning with Sanji is not the easiest thing, but I did it. So here we go. Let's get my first winner card for this set. Damn, this thing's hard to open. Yeah, where are you? I don't even know what I want from this. Oh, I got Jinbei. Winner Jinbei, I think the same my brother got the last time. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this deck profile. Very fun deck. It plays like nothing else. I'd recommend it to anyone that wants to just play something different, or there's something that feels different. Thanks for watching. Peace.